if you've ever heard somebody say autonomy, and you're like, okay, you could even know the definition, but I want to break it down a little bit for you so you can understand. You do not want to lose your autonomy, and you want to be autonomous. So think of it, I'm going to make the definition really, really easy for you. It's trusting your own and appreciating your own worth and value independent of anybody else's judgment. So you lose autonomy the moment you start running around town defending yourself to everybody. I need you to see my side. I need you. Your judgment matters. Your judgment matters. Your opinion matters. All of these people matter. You lose your autonomy. It's one thing to listen to grow. That's different. You're like, oh, great. Let's have education. Let me, in order to establish it, you want to be solid within your core values. Are they your values? Or did somebody else give them to you? Are they your goals and dreams, or did somebody else tell you that? Are you putting your life on hold and refusing to take chances because you're afraid that somebody else might tell you that it's wrong? You just completely lost all your autonomy. And autonomy is going to be confidence, essentially, because you're saying, hey, I'm good. I value myself. I know my worth, regardless of what you think. Okay, that's autonomy. And to really work on it and grow in that area is you want to be solid in what your core values are. And it's something that, I mean, listen, I can't reinvent the wheel. You might listen to me. You might listen to 8 other people. You might listen to my podcast and 8 other podcasts, all of this stuff. And you're like, I'm kind of getting the same information kind of differently, but I'm getting it. Yeah, because that's all that there is in order to give you a sustainable life. So if 8, 10, 12, 15 of us have to tell you in different ways, you're eventually going to have to come to the agreement in your head that's like, well, I guess that's it. We make our lives very difficult as human beings, more difficult than it needs to be. It's just a fact. So when you're in the space of being autonomous, that's going to protect your energy. That's going to be part of your soul, right? That helps you understand that if this person believes something and this person believes something and that person believes, it is what it is. Now, you do want to grow, so ask for feedback. Hey, what do you think? Not what do you think of this? Should I do it? Hey, what do you think of this kind of this scenario? Like, let me see your feedback. Autonomy isn't you said this, let me do that. It's okay, let me see a different perspective. It's lowering your ego. It's seeking more information and value. It's walking into the room and having the least knowledge and being confident in the fact that you have the least knowledge because you're going to absorb everything around you. You're going to absorb that knowledge. Now, you can pick and choose. You can be like, I don't really like that. I'll keep this. I don't really like that, right? So it's up to you to do that. But in order for you to have autonomy, you're going to have to be solid within yourself. If you're insecure, if you're seeking, if you're people pleasing, you have lost your autonomy a long time ago. And there is so much solace, peace, and growth in being autonomous and allowing other people to have that. This is especially important if you're a parent. And I mean, not of a 7-year-old, because you're still trying to, of an adult, of a late teen, an early adult, and you keep trying to change the narrative and you keep trying to judge it. You're trying to remove their autonomy. You don't mean to, but that's exactly what you're doing. So your mindfulness, and you won't do that when you're in your own autonomy. I know, make that a drinking game, because boy, we could have a lot of shots on that. But it's important because so many people want this judgment as approval for what? Oh, you're afraid to make a mistake. Failure is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And by the way, it always works out. Life always works out. It doesn't always work out the way you want it to. It does not always work out the way you want it to. There's lessons. You learn lessons, or it literally works out as you want it to. But at the end of the day, it's always working out, because if it's showing you a direction that you don't need to be in, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay? So what I want you to do to really start working on this is find, and I'm going to do a longer podcast on this, so it'll be a longer video too, but I'm just kind of giving you a summary, is I want you to really focus on what your values are. So many people don't even know. If you don't know what you believe in, if you don't know who you are independent of other people, you'll never have autonomy, and you'll always be seeking that somewhere else. Okay. So focus on what you actually believe in. Ask yourself why you believe that. You don't have to like prove yourself wrong, but is it something you believe or is it something somebody else told you to believe? That is something that you have to tell yourself. And I promise there will be a longer video on it to kind of go deeper with it. But I think that that's enough to leave you with, to kind of focus and go, wow, am I looking for other people's approval? Because I'm kind of trying to still figure out who I am, right? Be solid in your choices. If they're good, they're good. If they're not, you'll learn. So they're good anyway.